Hi, everybody. Just making sure that this is working. I think we're good. So happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday, right? Happy Tuesday. I wanted to come on and do this chakra meditation for you guys. This is actually something that I had created for my course Thrive, which is for people with chronic symptoms or chronic illnesses. And it can really be used, though, for anyone. But one of the things that I think is really helpful about it is that when it comes to like the chakras, I don't always use them for everything, right? But I find that chakras can still be a wonderful tool for a lot of different things. So they can be very useful in just tapping into certain connections to chronic symptoms that we have or chronic patterns that we have. So I wanted to have this just as a free thing for you guys to do whenever you feel like, let's say you're dealing with chronic illness right now, or you're dealing with a chronic pattern that keeps coming up and is like really in your face right now. This is a really good meditation for you to just really check in and kind of tap into what's going on, what's connected to these chronic symptoms that are coming up for you. And hi, Patty. And just ways that you can kind of work through it, or just having a deeper understanding of where this stuff is coming from. Because I think that's the ultimate thing here, right? It's all about understanding the root cause of chronic patterns or symptoms going on. And we can always uncover deeper and deeper layers with this stuff. It can go on for past lives, ancestors, all kinds of things, right? And the chakra system is honestly just one aspect to that. But I also just really like this meditation as a way to kind of reset your energy, because it's not only going to be kind of checking in, but it's also resetting your chakra system, kind of rebalancing it, and being able to just check in with yourself. It's honestly something that you could even do every day or once a week, let's say. So for someone like me, like I have fibromyalgia, and that's a chronic illness. So for me, sometimes when I get new symptoms or I have like a new pattern going on with my symptoms, this is a really good way for me to tap in and just check in with where those are coming from, or what other healing work I can do to support myself while I'm working on kind of just dealing with these symptoms. So just, yeah, say hi if you're here. And if not, this is definitely something that I just wanted to have on here for people to replay and use really anytime they want. So I'm just going to dive in for you guys, okay? So just start by taking a deep breath. Hi, Donna. How are you? Taking another deep breath, pausing at the top. Followed by one more. And just get settled, get comfortable, and just allow anything going on today to just kind of melt away. Release anything that's not serving you in this moment, knowing that you're totally safe and can be totally comfortable being completely present in this moment right now. And we just want to take our awareness to our body right now and just paying attention to what it feels like today. We're always shifting and changing. We're always going to feel different at different moments. So we're not trying to judge or overanalyze here, but we're really just more noticing. So if there's anything that's standing out to you with your body, energetically even, right? How are you feeling emotionally? Just really just observing this and paying attention to it, and nothing more. And just settling into that. Allowing your body to be heard, right? Really taking time to observe and be this safe kind of setting for you to pay attention and listen to your body. Because I think it's so often that we forget to do this, right? We're always on the go. We're always absorbed in other things going on. It's very easy to be disconnected from our physical bodies and our own energy, really. So it's so important to be able to check in with ourselves. Just taking some time to settle here. And once you're ready, I want you to bring your attention to your root chakra center, which is at the base of your spine, and it is represented by the color red. So tap into this center, and I want you to ask it a few questions here. I want you to ask the center if there's anything that you need to know at this moment. And just listen. What chronic patterns or symptoms are associated with this center right now? And just try to pay attention to what it's showing you, and what it's saying to you. What can I do to support this center more? What is it needing right now? And what does the energy feel like in the center for you right now? Does it feel weak? Does it feel strong? Do you notice a very strong energy there? Or is there maybe a feeling of kind of an off balance going on? So just really getting very specific and trying to really tap into the energy of the center and what it feels like right now. And once we feel like we've gotten enough information out of this, and we feel like we understand, I want you to imagine that you're placing a bright red light inside this center, replenishing it, recharging it, rebalancing it, and just purifying it, cleansing it, activating it. And then we'll move up to our sacral chakra. Now this area is kind of our lower abdomen, and it's represented by the color orange. So again, we'll do the same thing here. What do I need to know right now? What chronic patterns or symptoms are you associated with? How can I better support you? And then again, tapping into the energy of this space and how it's feeling right now. And once we feel good about this, take a bright ball of bright orange light, and we're placing it into that center. Refreshing it, recharging it, cleansing it, and activating it. And then we'll move up to our solar plexus, which is about here. And this is represented by the color yellow. And once again, asking the same questions. What do I need to know right now? What chronic patterns or symptoms are you associated with? What can I do to best support you? I'm just listening and paying attention here to anything that's standing out. And once you feel good about the information you received, again, we're placing a bright ball of yellow light inside the center, cleansing and activating and recharging it. Now we'll move up to our heart, which is right here. It's represented by the color green. And once again, we'll do the same questions. What do I need to know from you right now? What chronic patterns or symptoms are you associated with? What can I do to best support you? And just noticing, not judging, not overanalyzing, just noticing what we're feeling here and what's coming up for us. Where we'll now offer a bright ball of green light, placing that into the center, activating it, rebalancing it, charging it. Where we'll now move up to our throat chakra right here. That's represented by a beautiful electric blue. What do you need me to know right now? What chronic symptoms or patterns are you associated with? What can I do to best support you? And once again, tapping into the energy of the space and what's coming up for you, what it feels like. Just observing. And then we're now offering beautiful bright light of electric blue into this space, cleansing it, replenishing it, rebalancing. And we'll now move up to our third eye. It's located right here, and it's represented by the color indigo, so a beautiful deep blue. What do you need me to know right now? What chronic symptoms or patterns are you associated with? What can I do to best support you? And once again, simply noticing and paying attention to what this center feels like right now. Our chakra centers are always changing. They're never the same. So it's always interesting and can give you a lot of information, just paying attention to what they're doing at this moment in time, at any moment. So just paying attention to that. And lastly, we're going to offer a bright ball of light, deep blue, into this center, recharging it, cleansing it, and replenishing it. Where we'll lastly make our way up to our crown chakra, which is represented at the top of our head, sometimes a little bit above. Focusing in on that center. This is represented by the color violet and sometimes white. What do you need me to know right now? What chronic symptoms or patterns are you associated with? What can I do to best support you? And once again, paying attention to the energy of this space right now and what it feels like, what's going on. And from there, we're going to offer a beautiful bright ball of light, violet color, into that space, recharging it, replenishing it, and rebalancing it. From here, I want you to imagine all of your chakra centers all lighting up and all aligning along your spinal column, all activating and aligning with each other and working together as a perfect team, as a perfect system. Imagining this column of light that is going along this whole center here, activating your whole meridian system, your energy system, and your aura, and rebalancing your energy in your whole body. And lastly, just thanking your body and your chakra centers here for all the information that they just gave you, and for all the work that they do for you, and just showing a sense of gratitude and love for these centers, and that they're a really beautiful part of who we are, and just having some gratitude there for that. And then when you're ready, take your time to just come back to the room, come back to your body. You can move around your toes or fingers a little bit. Just come back to where you are, where you're sitting right now. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. And definitely feel free to share in the comments what came up for you in this exercise. I would love to hear that. I would love to hear what comes up, what you experienced. And again, a big part of all of this too is like not judging what came up, not judging if you feel like you didn't get a lot or whatever. It's not about that. This is all just connecting to that energy. So even if you just experienced that energy and just felt it, that's awesome. I mean, it's doing its job. Because all this is really just checking in. It's just aligning and checking in with your body. And also, if anything came up that you feel like was really like, oh wow, that's really interesting, I definitely encourage you to write it down or journal on this, because it can be really interesting, especially if you write that down. You can say, this came up for this chakra center. Write that down, and let's say do this a week later and see how that changed, right? Another thing too is like, if something came up for one of your chakra centers and then you were given a prompt on how you can best support it, what you can do to shift it. Oh, I'm so glad, Patty. Great. Yay. Yeah, so let's say you got information on how to shift that. Try practicing it. Even if it seems like really ridiculous. That's another thing. It's very easy to write off intuitive hits that we get. It's very easy to be like, kind of talk ourselves out of it, or be like, that seems kind of silly, or that like doesn't seem that big of a deal to me. Like, even if you just said, oh, you got a prompt about like, take a salt bath, I would still try it, right? Try it. Even if it seems like not that big of a deal, try it out and see what happens. And then after practicing that consistently for about a week, I'd say, sit and do this meditation again and see how things have changed. So this is just a great meditation to just check in and be more in tune with your energy system, because it's all tied together here. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. And for anyone on the replay or anything, feel free to just share in the comments how this was for you. I'd love to hear all about that. And I hope you guys have a beautiful day. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.